Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So before we start, uh, si Aliana ang mag-lead sa for Christian prayer, and then si City, si City. Hello? Si City.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ikaw mag-lead sa for Muslim, ha?
Na, sir, na.
Sige. Okay, start.
Ay, sir, Muslim ko, sir.
Ay, sorry. Pare data. Sorry. So ikaw na lang, Philip, for Christian. Hello?
Yes, sir.
With most of his productions becoming critical and box office disasters. He also doesn't care what you think.
Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it can't kill you.
So, remember, we are in the most holy presence of God, in the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Saint Thomas de Aquinas, pour forth your brilliance upon my dense intellect. Dissipate the darkness which covers me, that of sin and of ignorance. Grant me a penetrating mind to understand, a retentive memory, method, and ease in learning, the lucidity to comprehend, and abundant grace in expressing myself. Amen. So,
Number 5.
O City, for Muslim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina shiratal mustaqim. Shiratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin.
Once again, good morning. Ay, good afternoon. Yeah, sorry. So, karong pandemic is nag-stay ta sa atong mga balay-balay, di ba? So, walay gawas-gawas. Then, unsa ninyong ginabuhat na mga kalingawan or mga kalibangan para dili mo mabulsa yung mga balay? Ini-volunteer lang. Hello? Hello?
To answer, magdula sa iro.
Andula, another?
Nagdulag computer, sir.
Dili sa cellphone. Okay, another one.
Maglantaw sa lida, sir.
Lantaw sa lida. So, anyong mga parents, unsa ilang ginabuhat pod para tambal pod sa kaboring sa balay?
Tanom, sir.
Okay. So, karong pandemya is kanang dagan kayong nahimog plantita or plantito, di ba? Pareha po sa akong parents kay nga na po dilang ginabuhat tambal sa kaboring. Maski kita is maadik po tagplant-plant tungod nila. So, kani nga time is murag para ni sa atong pamilya nga time, pero sa balay nga lang. So, mas na-close, mas anang napatibay ang closeness sa pamilya. And then, wala mo nag-wonder kung unsa ang soil ilang ginagamit sa atong tanom. Anyone?
Loam, sir.
Loam. Ano mang loam ay lang ginagamit? Anyone?
Kaya na siya yung nutrients, sir, para sa tanom.
Okay. So, nganong dili katong mga normal lang na soil ang gamiton, murag ka nang magitan sa gawa sa balay or anong loam man? Because of na sila mga nutrients, di ba? So karon is class, di ba? Last meeting is nag-study mo about sa rock cycle. Am I right? Atong previous pa na meeting. Di ba? Oo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. After that, we talk about these three types of rock, which is the igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. Karon kabalo na ta kung asa gikan naman kani mga rocks. And then last meeting is we discuss about this weathering. There are two types of weathering, which the physical and chemical weathering. Unsa diay ang physical? Volunteer. Any volunteer lang? Unsa ang physical weathering?
Sir, ang outward appearance sa
Okay.
rock ay kanang may natipas.
Okay. So give me one example lang ana kanang
Kanang naay mas harder objects sir mahit ang rock, so ang rock mo break into many pieces.
Okay, very good. So, unsa ning chemical weathering? Volunteer lang.
Naay mag-involve siya chemical transformation sa rock, sir.
Okay, very good. Kani sila ang kaning mga weathering and erosion is naka with the working together is nakahimo sila og soil. Pero kaning nga process is dakongan siya nga time unneeded. So sa erosion sata. Erosion is the geological process in which earth and the material are worn away and transported by a natural forces such as wind or water. Ato daw ang erosion. I-transport niya ang mga materials to the place and to the another places. Ato daw ang purpose ni erosion. Kani sila is they working together para makahimo sila soil by the rock cycle kung asagi ka ng mga rocks, and then by the help of this so-called weathering process by breaking down the rocks into a smaller pieces through physical and chemical weathering. And then kani is dako nga time iyang needed para makahimo og natawag na soil. Wait lang. Sure. Okay. Right now, we will talk about the so-called soil. Makita ng kwan? Okay. Makita?
Yes, sir.
It answer.
Okay. Makita. So, soil are complex mixture of mineral, water, air, organic matter, and countless organisms that are decaying remains of once living things. Is a form at the surface of a land, also called the skin of the earth. So, ang daw is na pa siya skin. Okay. The products of weathering and erosion. The product of weathering and erosion are the unconsolidated materials that are found around us on slope, beneath, beside, and on top of glacier, in the stream, valleys of beaches, and in desert. Natural of these materials, they are composed of their composition, size, degree of shortening, and degree of rounding is determined by the type of rock and that is being weathered, the nature of weathering, the erosion and transportation process, and the climate. Umoto siya. Then we have this sediment type. So we have soil, colloid, ionic solution. Okay. First is solid sediment. Plastic sediments such as pebble, sand, silt, or clay. Pebble, a small stone made smooth and round by the action of water. So kani siya is most likely makita ni siya sa beaches or river, kaning mga pebble. And sand is makita ni siya sa mga beaches kapag mga either kung white sand or black sand siya. And we have silt. A fine sand, clay, or another materials carrying by the running water and deposit as a sediment, especially in a channel or harbor. And we have this clay. It's a type of fine-grained natural soil materials containing clay minerals. Develop plasticity when wet, due to a molecular film of water surrounding the clay particles. So, ito sila mga solid sediment. And then we have colloids, suspended clay-sized particles. So, as you can see in the picture, kana ang mga example of this one. And then we have this ionic solution. So, dissolving compounds in the water. So, for example, ani is ang salt and sugar. So, kato sila is nasi-solve sila sa water. Okay. We have here this type solid soil types. So, residential solely from the weathering of local bedrock and have the same mineral composition. So, for example, ani is ako. So, ako tago maraming mangkod kay direct nida ko akong parents and my grandparents kay dire sa Marawi. So, taga dire ko sa Marawi. And then kanimot sa mga soil is pare silang sa composition sa katong parent rock nila. So wala sila na transfer kung taga dato jud sila. So we have here the transported. So soil has been moved and the sediments are not of the same composition as the parent rock. Kung kani sila is kani nga mga soil is dili sila pareha sa mga parent rock nila because lahing na lugar sila gikan. For example, ako kung dito ko giligan, dito ko nagstay, pero dili ko giligan because dili taga dito ako mga akong parents or di kaya ang my grandparents. Ato. So we have here the solid and the solid profile. Solid profile may vary depending on how long the soil has been weathered. Kaning sa solid and the soil profile is weathering is the key in the formation of soil, although the air and water all along with the air and water, soil one of our most indispensable resources, meaning kani daw importante kayo ni siya nga resources kani nga soil. So we few expectation Earth's land surface is covered by regolith. So regos meaning blanket, let meaning stone. A layer of a rock, a mineral fragments produced by weathering. Some would call this material soil, but soil is more than an accumulation of weathering fibers. Soil is the combination of mineral and organic matters, water, and air. The portion of the regolith that support the growth of plants. So, kani siya is nang nag-support pud ni siya sa growth of plants. Kaning kuan dire. And soil from through accumulation and decay of organic matters and through the mechanical and chemical weathering processes described above. The prod the factor that affect the natural of soil and the rate of its formation include the climate, especially average temperature and precipitation amount, and the frequent types of intensity of vegetation. The type of parent materials, the slope of the surface, and the amount of time available. So, ingon niya is kanang solid form mga decaying organisms or deadly mga living things. Pwede siya mahimog plants, animal, etc. Depende kung sa living things. Oh, next slide. We have this soil horizon. We have hay horizon, top layer rich on organic and mineral from biological activity. We have B, sediment with mineral dissolved from above. And we have C, this is the parent rock or bedrock. So as you can see in the picture, we have O, horizon, which is organic. So wala na butang, so lang. Ang O organic is a mixture of dying or dying materials. Kung plant man siya, animals, or etc. And then we have this A horizon, which top layer ni siya. Tawag sa yaha, rich or organic and mineral from the biological activity. We have this B, which is the subsoil. And we have this C, and last kanang bedrock and bedrock or parent rock. The soil development. We have this stage 1, most unweathered bedrock. With the help of weathering process is na breakdown niya katong bedrock or parent rock into small species and then until na ay mabuo na sa topsoil. Pero dako nga time ang yang needed para mabuo to. And then we have stage 2. Pag nabuo na to, develop of top soil by biological activity. Nga na sa picture na hindi show. Ang tunga is that we call kanang young soil. And then, with the help na po do mga weathering process, climate, is that kanang ngayon ay mabuo po ng mga so mga soil. We have this stage 3, the mature, thick, and well-developed soil horizon. Kaning nasa stage 3 is kani sila ang pwede nataniman o mga kaning mga plants in order na natay mait sa tong in order na natay mait ana makaon. So control of soil formation. We have this parent material, climate, topography, and organism and time. Kani sila is they working together para makahimo og soil properties. Then we have this so-called climate. Soil develop because of weathering of materials on Earth surface, including the mechanical breakup of rocks and the chemical weathering of minerals. Soil develop in facilitated by the downward percolated of water. Soil form most immediately under temperated to the tropical condition, not cold, where precipitation amount of moderated, not dry but not too wet. For example, kanina siya, as you can see, the picture is, ang isa is dry climate. So, ang dry climate is most likely gamay lang ang tubo dira na kuan kanang plants o di ka mga cactus for example kana. Then we have here kaning nasa tunga. So kaning nasa tunga isa anang gibalance ni siya. Gibalance. And we have here kaning na dire sa anang left side or right side. Kaning wet climate. So kaning wet climate is thin absent humus, thick masses of insulated iron and aluminum oxide. Then we have this parent. These include all different types of bedrock and many types of unconsolidated sediments such as glacier deposit and kaning steam deposit. Soil described as a residual soil if they develop on bedrock. If kanang soil is gikan jud na sa ilang parent rock or di kaya sa kanang bedrock is taga dira jud na sila, kung baga dira jud sila nabuo katong mga rocks ay palit. So and then we have there this transported soil. If they develop on transported materials such as glacier, the sediments, other sourced by using term transported soil, to imply that soil itself has been transported. But in this text, transported soil is a soil that developed on the transported materials. Katong daw na mga soil is dili sila parehang composition sa ilang parent rock is most likely tawag sa ila is transported soil. So, and then we have this topography. Topography. Soil can only develop where surface materials remain in the place and are not frequently moved away by the mass wasting. Soil cannot develop where the rate of soil formation is less than the rate of erosion. So steep slopes tend to have little or no soil. So meaning lang ani is the location of the soil. Kung asa sila nakabutang na place. And then dili sila basta-basta ma-move by the erosion. Okay. And then we have this organism. Soil formation is influenced by organisms such as plants, microorganisms such as bacteria or fungi, burrowing insect, animal, and human. So kani sila is mga kanang kailangan pud ni sa mga soil formation or kanang if they kanang pag naay mamatay na living organism, and then kailangan ni sila sa formation pod sa atong soil. And last is time. So time even under the ideal conditions, soil takes thousands of years to develop. So, meaning lang ani is importante kayo ang soil because nang dugay kayo ni siya mahimo. Balag daghan tag soil dire if mawala pod ni sila kanang pag it take thousands of years para magkaroon na pod og soil. So kani pog soil is pwede pod ni sila mawala by overnight. Then it's over. It's finally over. So did you understand of you kung na may mga question or clarification class? Hello? Na may question? Hello? Wala na. So, kung wala na question is that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. So, class dismiss. Goodbye, class.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you po.